Good morning and Happy New Year. I'm Craig Bradley, the Executive Director of AO Lab, and we have been hard at work this last month building the product roadmap. This is the roadmap, and we've been making a lot of progress here. We are currently working towards what we're calling the Home Bible. The Home Bible is not this, but I will use this coaster as an example. The Home Bible is basically going to be a coaster or something very similar to it with a QR code on one side that if you scan it, you join the Bible in a traditional 2D experience. Kind of like, I'll pause. There we go. Kind of like this. Something very familiar, very similar. This is not actually it. This is an old version, but you get the idea. You have the Bible, you can explore it, you can go to different books and navigate it and all that sort of stuff. So the one side will scan into a traditional Bible experience. The other side will scan in and will take you to a full 3D environment. And all of this works online on the web, where here all sorts of things are going to be possible, and you can experience the Bible in full 3D. Even virtual reality is supported, and augmented reality. But the point here is to allow people to create biblical content that has so much dimensionality to it that it's easier to understand, especially concepts like the tabernacle or geographical locations and things like that. There's a lot of possibilities there. And we will have tools to help people explore and communicate and build content coming soon. So in one coaster on your living room table, you can join in 2D, or you can join in, or you can join in 3D, and everyone can be together with shared user presence. You can follow different users through the Bible, and you can guide them on a journey. I guess I'll demonstrate that briefly. So here I've pulled up the 2D Bible experience. Oh, I just had my QR code and I lost it. And I'm just going to scan in from my phone. And I'm going to join on my phone, and this is going to load here, and then we'll be in the same environment. And the advantage here is I can tap on my phone and highlight different things. I'll follow the computer here, myself on the computer here. So now if I navigate through the Bible, I can follow along on my phone and tap and highlight and things like that. And one user can be in English, another user can be in Spanish, but we can all be in the shared Bible and the shared Word together. We can use this for discipleship, for evangelism, for small group community, and things along those lines. We're trying to make tools that we don't see anyone else even attempting to make, and we're focused on making tools that are designed to facilitate close fellowship and interaction both in person and remote, and to make all of that easy and effortless through the Bible. So going back to our Home Bible coaster, if you scan in, everyone who scans this coaster would join the same environment together, and you can share that link to anyone else who wants to join remotely, and as one group, you can enjoy the Word of God together if you wish. That's the goal. Now, speaking of the desire to see the Bible in 3D, let's look at this demo experience we've been working on. If I can get this tool out of the way, there we go. So this is going to be an intro experience. This is not fully complete just yet, but the goal is to see the Bible in 3 dimensions and learn about the Bible by playing with the structure of it. So here I've opened up the Old Testament, and I can see I have the different sections of the Old Testament in the Protestant canon, the law, the historical books, the wisdom books, the prophets. I'll just pull the book off the stack here, a section off the stack, and then I can pull the Psalms apart, see them expand, and these will eventually open into the full books of the Bible so I can actually read the text. All of that stuff is working. We just haven't fully integrated it just yet. And we'll make it so that you can pull these things back into the Bible and then have it all come back together. So this is a simple and easy way to start playing with the Scripture and play with these concepts in new ways that we think is going to be very exciting. And it's honestly just a lot of fun. So this is nearly done. This isn't quite ready yet. But then this is going to be a demo experience that flows into what we're calling the Canvas, which is the full 3D Bible experience. that you've seen me use already in this video here. So one thing we can do, and I'm going to look ahead to the future and just imagine this capability. Imagine Jesus is teaching, and let's see if I can find let's go to the next chapter here. Here we go. So let's say they arrived in this, I don't even know how to pronounce that, the region of Gerasenes, whatever. Let's say that we wanted to learn more about that region. It'd be amazing if you could just pull that off the page and then just load up the map right there in context with the scriptures. And that's one of many sorts of capabilities this framework can allow. I don't know if we have that. This is in Mark 5. I don't know if we have that here. So I'm on openbible.info. Let's see, Mark 5. It looks like we have the Decapolis, but we don't have that one. Let's see if we can pull up the Decapolis here. So I'm just going to grab the GeoJSON for this. And this is a manual process right now because we haven't built the pipeline out to make this simple. But I'm just going to copy and paste this GeoJSON into a text document. And I'm just going to save this to my desktop. And then I'm going to open up our environment. And there's the GeoJSON text file. I'm just going to drag that in. Oh, I'm not in the right. It did work, but I'm not in the right view. Map portal equals home. That's funny. That's really funny, actually. There we go. Now I'm on the map. It's going to make way more sense here. If I drag that in, that's what we expected to see. So now I can just view the region here of the Decapolis on the map. This is not great data because it doesn't make much sense. You just want one nice clean outline, but I'm just using what information is freely available on the internet, and I hope you get the idea. Let's just do one more for fun. Let's go to the Mount of Olives and grab the GeoJSON. Wow, that's a very small file here. I'm just going to paste that in and save it. That should have saved. Oh, well, we're working through some issues there. I think I didn't save that right. But you get the idea. We have that working now. And so the next step is then to open up here what we call the map portal, which is basically the world that you saw, and then just display that information right here in context. And if we have that information, we can just show it and visualize it. And these are the sorts of problems we're working on. There's a lot of issues because in most cases, no one we know has even attempted these problems, so we always encounter these sorts of roadblocks, but we have found our way through most of them, and we're, I would say, maybe 1 month away, this month probably, we're 1 month away from being able to put together a polished, not bug-free beta Bible Canvas digital experience as we work towards finding ways to then get these coasters printed and work towards a full experience. We are a 501c3 nonprofit, and anything you can contribute would be helpful. We are losing money and we don't have any financial support, but we'll find a way to make it work. I'm not too concerned about that. I know that God will provide, maybe through someone watching here. And yeah, that's kind of the stuff we're working on. Once the Bible, the home Bible, is finished, or at least in a decent state, we're going to make some basic content to start promoting it, talking about what this can do, and then the goal is to create more awareness so that we can get more developers and more creators making content in the Bible for others. One thing I haven't covered here is that everything that we're doing, if you don't know, and I'm assuming you do because you're watching this, oops, let's see, there we go, is everything that we are doing is 100% free use, including the text, the tools, the whole framework. So any church, any Christian community can modify, adapt, contextualize, add to, subtract from these experiences in any way that they want to, that they feel will be better suited for the godly purposes they're trying to accomplish. Our goal is just to enable the whole Christian global community by giving them tools and resources that hopefully are high quality and don't require modification. But if there are ways that they need to change them, they're able to, and they don't need to ask our permission. They just can take it and use it. That's the goal. That sort of biblical framework and free use tool doesn't exist, and that's why we're trying to make it. Our financial forecast is public, and what we're making is very technically advanced. I would love to do a technical deep dive, but frankly, it's too complex to cover in less than an hour or two. If you want more information, you can follow the give me a tour button on the website, and that will take you through a longer walkthrough of who we are, where you can stay in touch with us, how you can follow what we're doing, our theory of change, getting involved. If you want to move all the way to being a content creator, this will take you in the basics of that process. I need to improve our onboarding process. I need to make content to start getting the word out for what we're doing, and I need to start working on some basic promotion because we haven't tried to promote what we're doing yet. So if you have any of those skills and you want to help, that would be amazing. But if not, that is okay. We will just keep going and pray that God would use us in 2024. So thank you for watching. That's the update so far. We're continuing to work on the Home Bible last month. We're continuing to work on that this month. And I am so excited for where the future is going. This is one more aspirational thing I will show here in the lab that is the latest work here. And our work all happens in Discord if you want to join. But this has tremendous potential if we can get this right. And I'm not sure how we'll use this. But let's just imagine you're in the canvas, right? You're in the 3D Bible environment here. And you want to play with ideas. So you want to learn about Judas, right? Now there's many different Jude and Judases throughout the scriptures. There's Judas Iscariot who betrayed Jesus Christ, but there's many other Judes and Judases. So let's just say you want to learn about Jude. There's the book of Jude, there's the person of Jude. You could just drag that out. And you want to learn about Jude in, let's see, AD 25, right? So if you drag out AD 25 and the concept of Jude and you drag that together, it would be amazing if we could start surfacing, well, here's correlations between Jude and that time frame. Or if you wanted to learn about Jerusalem and and Babylon, what are the connections there in the scriptures? And then you want to learn about the geography, right? And then you pull this in, and then the map, let's put this here, and then the map will appear, right? And so there's all sorts of ways we can just make the words in the scriptures ways to launch 3D experiences that are contextual, that are sorted by time, that you could have an infinite communication language there. This is not something we can accomplish in the next couple of months. We'll have better ways to go about this. This is going to be a lifelong process of figuring out how can we make the Bible easy to experience by bringing the words into 3D, letting you drag those words off and discover what's happening in context in that chapter or verse, letting you create content that you see in the chapter and verse, letting you, there's infinite possibilities because our God is an infinite God. But this is one way that we can make a UI and an interface that is completely free of any barriers, because the only limit is communication. And your ability to say, hey, I want to learn about X or X, and a lot of that will just be discovered naturally by reading the scriptures and pulling words off the page. But if you want to explore a further connection, you can pull a word off the page and then write something that you want to see. And if that doesn't exist, you can create that content. Like, I want to know about a chiasm, which is a great little thing, and I want to know what chiasms are in Genesis, right? And let me just combine those things and see what content emerges. All sorts of things are possible. This has been a long, rambling video, so I hope this has made sense. But God bless you for watching. Thank you for staying with us, and more updates to come. We now have a monthly newsletter for the very first time, so I will drop a link to that in the description below. And thank you for watching. Cheers.